Hey everybody, today we're going to look at this Panasonic PT-DW5100. This particular projector was sent in with its brother or sister. I got two of them. One had a bad fan, which I have another video which hopefully will be linked in the comments by the time I post this. If not, keep an eye, there will be. This particular one is here because it's dirty. It actually works, but it has never been cleaned as far as I know. And the reason I know that is if I take the lens out, the evidence is everywhere. So you can see that's, none of that's good. Could be worse. I've seen worse, but that's still pretty bad. So that's just the removable lens. It's kind of hard to see, but there's just a nice coating of dust on the back of that. We'll clean that off. You can just see down here too, there's some. So we're going to go inside and see what we can do to clean it up. First things first, take the mount plate off the bottom so I don't punch holes in my cardboard with these things. Missing. So I'm going to find a third one because there was only 3 and there should be 4. Get that mounting plate out of the way and you can kind of get an idea. You can see it was just sitting, hanging on a ceiling like that. The air is pulled in on the bottom through here and some other spots. Here's a filter from the front. You can see they cleaned it relatively recently because you see how the filter's like bumped, like pushed up like that. That's because this was full of dust and being pulled. But that's glad they cleaned that at least as a start. Let's see what this side looks like. Yeah, that one's still a little dirty. I didn't get all the dust off, but I guess they went to do it and realized how bad it would be and decided not to. Oh no, it's got to go this way. So then the next thing, we're going to need to get the lamps out. Actually, no. You know what? I'm going to leave the lamps in for now. Let's just go in through the top. So to go in through the top, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now the top will come off. Well, the outer top. I'll show you what I mean by that. So just this comes off. This thin plastic. It's just a data plate, I guess you could say. We'll use it as a backdrop. I assume, and I'm definitely assuming because I don't know, I'm assuming that they do that so that they can use this molding for multiple models, because I know I've seen other projectors that look just like this physically that are different models, so it kind of makes sense. Next screws we have to take off are marked by little arrows. These are actually, come on, oh. There we go. These are actually holding the top on. Damn it, I can't quite. There we go. I kept kind of getting next to the screw, not in it. these two are still in. They do need to come out. These two are weird. They go to these like little brackets. I don't know what those brackets are really meant for. I still think it's a way to stack the projectors, but you know, I'm not positive on that. Alright, take those filters back out. Make it easier to take the top off. You don't have to take these out, but I find it's a little easier. And then, let's see. I got that one. Did I get this one? Yep, got that one. Alright. So we got to take the lamp door off. That one. Slide that over. Oof. This gives you kind of an idea of how dusty it is too. Nope, I did miss one. I missed one screw right here. There we go. See? And now we can see the insides. The dusty insides. It's not terrible. Definitely could be worse. Let's take the lamps out. Move that fan out of the way. Move this fan out of the way. And these are DLP-5700s. I'll leave a link on where you can buy these. These do have a lamp timer IC. And these get checked before they're shipped, so you always want to make sure that the lamp timer ICs are good. This looks in good shape. The lamps are cooled by these ducts right there. Ducts. Air goes in and out through there. It's kind of dusty. I see dust inside of it. Again, these are not terrible. Let me just mark which one I took out. So that was... yeah, we'll just call this the right side. So I'll just put a little R. And then a little L. There we are. Just so they go back in the same spot. Not that it matters. They both have the same hours on them and everything. But, you know, keep it consistent. So we want to get in and get all this clean. You can see definitely had dust. That's all burned dust on there. It's just kind of caked into it, you know. Let me just, how do I want to do this? Let's get that back behind there. No, that there we go. So I just want to run these shut so that because there's nothing holding the top. I don't want them to get bent or knocked out of position. The main places we're worried about are anywhere that air moves through. I'm actually surprised. I expected to see more dust inside that fan. And this fan down here, it's not too bad, honestly. I expected much worse in here, but it's not that shabby. This one too, over here. This is the cooling fins for the DMD. There's, oh, it looks like they had a lamp explode at one point. So yeah, quartz. It's not too bad, but I want to get some air into here and then in those fans. So let me go hit those with some air. I'll be right back. And here we go. She's all clean. I need to wipe the fans down a little, so let me get my rag for that. The vacuum and the air get most of it, but The main thing you don't want to do is blow dust into the optics. You want the dust out of the optics. Now, there's different schools of thought. Sometimes there's just too much dust, so you got to do what you got to do. It's pretty much just don't be dumb about it, I guess, for lack of a better term. Use common sense. If you're using, an air compressor to clean it out, pay attention to where the air is going and to what that air is blowing against and where the dust is going. I use one of the reasons I can't record it is it's really loud when I have the vacuum and the air running at the same time. I did do a video, I think at one point, on how I use the air, but at some point I'll do a full-on video so I can show how I do the vacuum and everything. But basically, just air nozzle, it's on a regulator so the pressure's down, and then I hold a vacuum. So air, vacuum, just to kind of grab the dust as it comes loose. It's really not that special what I do. It's just, I know I've never really showed it. So there we go. Let's get all that loose stuff out of the way. And then that stuff bugs me. Yeah, and then I got all the fans in there, and that fan over there, and this fan, and the fan up inside there. So it's really happy. Now I can start putting it back together. So let's open the lamp up, lamp area, lamp socket, lamp well. Actually, before I do that, I want to show you guys the optics, or part of the optics at least. So down, there we go. All right, you see, need something to point with. Let's get here we go. So the light, or the lamp rather, sits in here and it shines that way. I can actually see some dust on that mirror. The light shines in, hits that mirror, and then focuses into the integrator, which you can sort of see. Let me lift that up a little bit. There you go. Now you can see it. See that rectangle right there? Right there, that's where the light shines, inside that. So I want to get that dust off. Use my little puffer because I don't want to use high pressure. That's how they combine the light output. There you go. You can see in there too. There's the other mirror right there, and it shines into the integrator. So it's a neat way of doing things. Open that. Right side. So you can see these just run on those rails. Like that. Let's snug those in. Just bringing these in till they stop. That one too, same thing, just until it stops. That's good. That's good. And then that and that. And this will be good because it will help. I put these screws in that hold that door in place. That will help when I put the top on, because the top has holes that are supposed to line up in there. So let's snug these guys down. Oh, and so you know, the door switch is in here. Can't make it click, can't quite reach it, but it's in there. Alright, that's sitting good, that's all sitting good. Let's get the cover. There's a little bit of surface dust that I want to wipe off by hand. Set this back on. We can use the keypad as a way to help line it up. Really should just drop right down. These are nice to work on. I like working on Panasonic stuff. And then we'll put these two weird pieces back on first. Second one, make sure those are nice and tight. Not quite. There we are. And then all the guys are on the outside. Let's do this one first, since I can see it. I'm running at a number 3 clutch on here. Alright. Put that filter back in. We can put this filter back in too. And then put our 4 front screws in. Seems that putting these back in is a lot easier than taking them out. 2 more back here, these 2. Now let's see. Oh, let's go there. That is all of the back case screws. Now let's put the top on. We'll put these back in. Now let me turn my clutch down. Let's try 2 maybe. Let's see how that does. Yep, 2 is good. Then we're going to need to find a 3rd or 4th screw for the for that mounting plate, because there was only 3, which is weird. I mean, I'm sure it'll hold up fine with. I'm sure it'll hold up fine with 3 screws, but you know. More. All right, those are good. That's in. Let's put the back door cover on, and then this screw. All right. Let's flip it over. Then this dusty, dirty thing, let's wipe that off too. I feel like the cleaner it is when they get it, the customer gets it back, the more likely they are to stay on top of it in the future. Do I expect it? No, of course not. Do I hope? Sure. That goes there and there. What I'll do is I'm going to put the front 2 screws in. We'll leave this one empty for now, and then I'll go find. I should have some at least mounting screws we can use. They're 6mm M6. I really wish we would use metric here in the States, or use it more, like as a standard, but we don't, so just makes so much more sense. Alright. And that one. Alright, I'll go get another screw for this. I'll be right back. And here's the new one. You can see it's the same thing. It's just a let me switch lenses. Come on, you can focus. There we are. So that's the screw. It's an M6. Right here. Alright, so the last thing to do, testing it, is we need to put the lens back in. So to put the lens back in, we're going to line it up with this opening right here. So we'll take the lens assembly, which is clean, as you can see. No more dust bunnies on there. And then there's a tab here, and there's another tab on the bottom. Actually, you guys probably can't really see from that angle. Let's move you. All right, so I dropped you down a bit. There's another, there it is, right there. See that notch right there? That lines up with that one, and then that lower notch lines up with that one. Oh, wait a minute, nope, had it backwards, sorry. Top and bottom. So the motors go on the right side and the bottom. Oh, that actually makes sense. Because once this goes in, we're going to turn it, and then those contacts are going to line up with the board inside there. So we go straight in, like this, all the way back. I tend to hold the button. There we go. And that's in. That's it. This is the lens adjustment, side to side. Now we can turn it on. So let me bring this over to the test area, and I'll be right back. There we are. I had the door off. You have to reset it if you have the door off. Green light good. Alright, light's coming up. And let's get a picture. An RGB2. Hopefully it'll figure it out. Pardon me. Let's move you back over. And there's the picture. What a nice picture. There we go. Pick that up a little bit. Looks like we do have a bad bad pixel over here, but that's alright. That's outside of their normal viewing area, so that'll be fine. But look how nice that picture is. You know, this is an older projector too. This is like 8-9 years old. But look how clear that is. That's really nice. So there we go, nice and clean, working well. I'm gonna just spritz it down. I'm gonna wipe the front of the lens off, and then I'll turn it back on and cook it again. So there you go. You can see that's how we clean a PT-DW5100. It's working good. I'm gonna let it cook for a couple hours, and we will get it packed up, send back to the. I guess not send back. They're gonna come pick it up. Have the customer come pick it up. Of course, I can't get it to focus real well in the dark, but you guys get the idea. So if you have any questions, stick them in the comments. And as always, thank you for watching.